Are you suffering from PMS, parked motorcycle syndrome? Finding yourself just a little more irritable, getting in internet arguments over the stupidest things? I feel ya. For half of the world, it's wintertime right now, and for half of us, we're not riding because, snow and ice. I'm one of them. We're based in Utah, and for about 4 months of the year, I ain't riding. So what's a dedicated motorcyclist to do to survive? How can we deal with PMS? Here are the tips and tricks that I've relied on to help survive winter doldrums and make it to those warm summer months. First, and I'm not gonna hit this one too hard because Ari at Revzilla made a fantastic video on this topic, but despite all the temptation, do not head out into the garage to start your bike up and let it get warm. That's actually one of the worst things you can do to your Precious. It's best to just let her hibernate until it's time to ride again. Now, that doesn't mean you can't spend some quality time together and get some killer deals at the same time. Let's set the stage. It's a warm spring day and the roads and skies are finally clear. Let's go for a ride, man. We've been talking about it all winter. You roll the bike out and you realize, oh, right, I need a new rear tire, and oh crap, I'm coming up on needing a valve adjustment soon. And oh yeah, there's that little puddle of oil underneath the left fork leg. So you call the local motorcycle shop and guess what? They're already booked until July. So now it's July and the riding is perfect. And where's your bike? Sitting at the shop while they try to get to it while everyone else is who's rolling in on bald tires begging to get to the front of the service line. I mean, I honestly do not hate living where we have 4 seasons because winter is when I catch up on all of that deferred maintenance. Now is when you get new tires, get the valve adjustment, install the slip-on. Winter is when you replace that worn chain because here's the deal. Your local motorcycle shop, I mean, it's January right now and I guarantee you it is dead in there. The techs are probably only working a few days a week because there's no work. Pick up the phone and call your local bike shop right now and schedule that service that you need. You're very likely to get a deal on that service. The technician isn't going to be rushed to get through the backlog of other bikes, so your bike will get all the patient, caring attention that it deserves. And the shop's going to be thrilled to get the work. And you start building a positive relationship with the shop because now you're helping them get through the lean months. So if you do end up needing a tire in the middle of summer, the shop's going to remember how you helped them out in the dead of winter and will be much more inclined to push you to the top of the list or squeeze you in where they can. And get this. More and more local motorcycle shops from cold climates are starting to offer free bike pickup and delivery during those cold, snowy months. So now that the bike's taken care of, let's take care of ourselves for a minute. One thing we have to worry about over winter months is rust never sleeps. Entropy is real. All those skills that we polished over the summer, they're degrading right now. So what can we do to mitigate that loss of precision and skill? First, consider taking or retaking some Champ U online courses. The Champ School team has been busy developing even more content beyond just the core curriculum, which everyone should take. They now have a street skills course, a traffic survival, Trackday course. One of the guys on our Discord server, he signed up for Champ U with one of the bundle deals. He did the new rider and the core curriculum, and he and his daughter are going through all the courses together right now. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? If you are really desperate, there's always the Big Daddy Champ School Trackday or Champ Street Schools where you'll get to do some actual for realsies riding. And not an affiliate link, I don't make any money from this, but because I am a certified champions coach with Champ School, I got a coupon code for you. On any Champ School product, you can use coupon code FOCUS, F-O-C-U-S. So one of the other challenges of the sedentary winter months, especially following the smorgasbord of indulging in chocolatey treats around the holidays, is we don't really have to say it out loud, do we?
That guy in a little coat.
To make sure you can still fit into our leather jacket come spring, a little bit of physical fitness isn't a bad idea. But what if I told you there's an amazing exercise that not only, let's say, helps prevent our leathers from shrinking, but also dramatically enhances our riding skill. And it's gonna cost you less than a gym membership. Now listen, you've heard me say it 1,000 times, right? We don't bother working on skills that only work when we're going slow or we have lots of grip. We focus on the skills that work when the pace comes up or when the grip goes down. So if something works when we don't have any grip, it'll work most everywhere. Look, there is nothing, and I mean nothing, that will improve your riding skill like riding in a low grip environment. Not cone weaves, not tight U-turns. Nothing is going to make you a better rider like riding where there ain't no grip. And nothing has less grip than snow and ice. This is my fat bike. It is this goofy thing with 5-inch wide tires, and we run the tires at 5 PSI. It's designed to be ridden in the snow. And here's the cool thing. You can pick these up for less than $1,000, and I'll put some links down in the description. Non-affiliate links even. I get nothing if you pick one of these up. But what we do is we make sure that the front brake is on the right because we want to perfect our front brake feel. And then we go out and we ride in the snow. Fat biking has become wildly popular in winter climbs, and there's likely going to be some groomed trails around for you to explore. So not only do you get to go out and ride a bike and gain some fitness, you're gonna get really good at understanding what it feels like to lose grip, what grip feels like, and how to deal with sliding tires. All at not much more than a walking pace, where if you get it wrong, you're not likely to get injured or damage anything. So here's a story, right? A few years ago, I was testing some tires for one of the big tire companies, and I just wasn't digging the front tire. It wasn't giving me much feedback. So I kept playing with different corner entrance approaches to see if it was me or the tires. We kept adjusting tire pressure and playing with the suspension, and it was just off, you know? So I went into this really slow off-camber left-hand bend, and just as I got the bike turned and went to pick up the throttle, the front tire just let go. Because of all my time on the fat bike, it wasn't that unusual of a feeling, and I instinctively did exactly what I'd been doing all winter on the fat bike. I pushed the bike upright and I steered hard into the corner, which lifted the bike up a little bit more and shoved my knee into the ground, and the bike popped back up onto its wheels just like it would on a fat bike. Except for the knee part. You don't get that kind of lean angle on a fat bike. But the important part of the story is I didn't crash. So yeah, exercise, outdoor adventure, and honing our two-wheel skills. What's not to love? All right, so now it's 4 p.m. and the sun's gone down, because winter, and you're ready to have a glass of whiskey and chill. What do we have to watch? Dakar. Dakar is the best part of January. The Dakar Rally is fantastic viewing. I personally prefer to watch the extended highlights directly from YouTube, and if watching superheroes blast through Saharan dunes at unimaginable speeds isn't your jam, MotoGP slowly posts the last season of racing onto YouTube for free. But maybe you want to curl up with a good book. Here are some of my favorites. The Perfect Vehicle by Melissa Holbrook Pearson. This book's about 25 years old now, so some of the data and stats in it aren't all that relevant anymore, but that's not what makes this book so incredibly charming. Pearson artfully goes through the full spectrum of emotions that we have all experienced from riding a motorcycle, and it's just a beautiful read. I absolutely love this book. Travels with Charlie by John Steinbeck. This is not a motorcycle book, but I think it's one of the best travel road trip books of all time. He drives around the country with his dog Charlie to discover America. Now, the book was written in 1961, but even reading it today, not that much has changed. It's really kind of telling. And this may still be one of my favorite books of all time. And it's Steinbeck, so you look all cultured and shit when you're reading it. One of the greatest motorcycle writers and probably riders of our time, Peter Egan. If you've never read the Leaning books, there's 2 of them, oh, you're in for a treat. These are a delight. They're basically just editorials he wrote for Cycle World compiled into 2 books, and every one of them is a gem. Excellent book. Sport Riding Techniques by Nick Einach. He's the lead instructor at Champ School. This is probably one of the best riding books ever published. We draw on this all the time. when we're writing our scripts. If you haven't read this, read it, dog ear it, read it multiple times. This book has got so much value to it. And then last, if you want to win all of those internet arguments that you've been engaging in, pick up a copy of Motorcycle Dynamics by Vittorio Casalter. We reference this book all the time because most of the questionable riding advice can be quickly debunked with physics. That is if you're really good at reading Italian translated into English combined with lots of math equations and graphs and charts and stuff like that. Otherwise, it can also be used as a sedative to help you quickly fall asleep. I'll put links down in the description. They're most likely all going to be affiliate links. That means they cost you nothing, but I get a few pennies if you choose to buy a book using one of those links. So that's basically it. Let me know in the comments what winter projects you're tackling, what you do to deal with PMS. And remember, spring's going to be here before you know it. So yeah, call your local shop and schedule that service. Please consider clicking on the things, clicking and sharing the videos called the satisfaction score. It's how YouTube will promote this content. So it really does help me. And honestly, it helps you get better content delivered to your feed. I mean, all hail the almighty algorithm. Or you can consider becoming a channel member. We have a Discord server. I'm on Blue Sky now. We're on Reddit. You can find us pretty much anywhere. Thanks so much for watching. Ride on and ride well.